Why is it so hard for we as a people, and I'm not saying male or female, just we as a people, why is it so hard for us as people to A, admit there's something wrong, and B, going to get help for it? Why do we refuse to do that?
I think there are a lot of things working against us. There's societal programming conditioning, saying, specifically if we're just looking at men, you cannot have emotions, you cannot feel. There's also for everyone it is taboo to go to therapy. That's changing, right?
Yeah.
Some of it is apathy. Some of it is literal laziness. Mm-hmm. Some of it is comfort in the familiar. Some of it is just we don't know any better.
Yeah.
Like we just don't know that there's a better way. And so sometimes we need to see very starkly this framework of, oh my God, that person is living a happy, healthy, amazing, fulfilled, authentic life. I don't think that's for me. I'm just here for mediocrity. So sometimes we need to like shove that contrast in front of people and say, you can actually have this. And here are the steps to get there. Sometimes it's just like a vitamin B12 deficiency that makes your brain foggy and you're so tired that you don't realize that you can snap out of that fog, and start the way to deep healing. There are so many different reasons. I don't know if that really answered your question because there's a lot of different things going on there.
Definitely.
I think too, Mike, sorry, just to jump in on that, but I think too that sometimes we think that we look weak or we're showing weakness if we admit that we need help with something, right? As much as it is becoming more acceptable to talk about going to therapy and getting help for whatever it is that we need help with.
Yeah.
Certainly changed a lot in my short time on this planet.
Yeah.
I still think there's I don't want certain people to know. Or even at work, like, woe betide my manager or my employer finding out that I'm getting help for something, right?
Right.
Because what if they decide to fire me or whatever?
Here's the thing, and you, Jen, you can certainly jump in on this, and I've mentioned this before at a recent interview. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like I don't. I'm out there. I'm honest. This is who I am. This is who I was. I don't care what people think.
And people like me look at you and go, I want to be like that when I grow up.
I can help.
But like I spent most of my life hiding who I was, and I'm proud of who I am now, and I'm quite open and free to talk about the past as I have on this show before, and I've talked about my past on other shows that I've been interviewed on. But the fact that I don't care, or a lot of people are like that have dealt with substance abuse, that have dealt with trauma, PTSD, all that sort of thing. Like, what does that say about people like us? That we have the people that don't want to know anything compared to the people that just don't give a shit.
That's healthy to get to the point where you just don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pardon my French. Sorry.
No,
He
no.
just looked at me.
No. We're good.
Oh,
that's fine.
But
Not a big deal.
But the other thing is, so from the higher spiritual perspective, like imagine that you're just floating in space, but you're looking down at the earth and you're looking at all these people kind of apathetic, foggy lives and you can see clearly they need help, or like they would benefit from help, right? You would benefit from help. Everyone. There's a better place that you can be, a better way that you can feel. And you just look down, but from the higher perspective, you see that they're all right on schedule on their path. Because that's, as a healer, like I see wounding everywhere, right? You guys are all good though. But I see wounding everywhere. Just like, oh my God, I wish I could fix that. But people, you just can't even convince them, like you're saying, Mike, like you cannot convince them. Like there's just try this little bit, just try this, whatever it is, and see how you feel. You have to understand that they are right on their own soul's schedule. Everything is happening for them in divine right timing. And if they are choosing to stay in the fog of wounding, pain, they're getting something from that. Not necessarily the person, because it feels like crap. I get it. Been there. But the soul has come here for a purpose, to have some experiences, to learn from that. And the soul chose, you know what, I'm going to stay stuck my whole life. Or when I'm 82, I'm going to wake up one day and change everything. And you just have to trust that. And all you can do is just be the lighthouse. And I know that's a cliche example, but the lighthouse is just like, I'm here if you need me.